Welcome to Pocket Woman Lockpicking and Lock Sport. Today we are going to be talking about this Brady. It's made by Avis, so you'll see Avis stuff all over it. The key has the Avis bow and the Avis C keyway. Lots of warding, lots of lines. 5-pinner. No spring. No spring. This is called a dead core and a dead shackle, where it's got no spring. This is a particular kind of plastic to avoid corrosion in metal, in chemical places, and to avoid electrical conductivity. So just going to pop that in at the top there, try not to bind against that first pin. Right. Let's do this. We're going to pick it, try and gut it. The main thing I want to show you about this lock is not the picking, it's the gutting. Because the picking is a little bit unremarkable. And let's get to the gutting. What is interesting is, see that there? That's a pin. So the core is going up like that, and out of the side of the core is a pin, a spring-loaded pin that is holding that core in. So what you have to do to gut this, because you look down there and you go, oh, there's no screws in there. Well, you grab that and you pull it across, and then you push down at the same time to release the core. So you just keep pushing down, everything gets squashed. Just keep pushing down and you'll get the core. Yes, all these things may fall out. Don't worry about it. I'll show you how to put all those back together. So there we have it. So this C-clip has a little nib on it up here that sits in the top. There's a little hole there where it sits into. So remember to orientate it correctly once you reassembling. C-clip comes off nice and easy. Ooh, there's a pin tray. Now the other thing that's not easy to do on this one is shimming it. You need to shim it. Okay, this is why. See this hole here? See that there? That's another pin. And you need to lift that up to release the core, because that is a massive hole and a big groove that goes around the side where that pin sits in and does its thing and holds the core in. So you've got to push up, push the pin in, the shim in, and keep the to get away while you do it all. So get yourself a shortish shim so you've got a lot more control over it. You have to bridge that gap and that gap there for where that C-clip fitted in. Okay, let's get it started. That one's too big. Alright, so we got it started. And it'll only go to there because it's stopped against that pin right there. So let's push this up. Might have to scratch along the metal to do it. Push up, turn your pick a little bit to the side. We know we've got it up, but it's not sliding in nicely. So it's a wiggle jiggle kind of a deal. So try coming from different angles. You've got to get under the pick and under that pin at the same time, and we have it. slide in. Now this is the fastest I've done that part. That part usually takes me about 15-20 minutes just to get that done. So from there you can just do your normal gutting. And I want to show you what you do need to look out for. So still make sure you don't rotate that up that way. There's your hole. That's what you're going to fall into. So all your top springs and everything will get trapped. Boom, boom. And it won't be nice. So let's put this back together. And we already have a gutting disaster because that did not follow through with that, which means whatever's there is going to fall through on that. Hopefully we've got it on the ridge. Okay, so recovering from this kind of gutting disaster is possible. Okay, just get that in there over that hole. Okay, try and get back out again. Okay, push this second back in, push that one back in. I've already mangled one spring doing this by having a gutting disaster like this. Okay, let's try and get that in. Gutting disaster in it. Now that is going to be tight because there is two of these in here. There's the second shim's come through, so that's good. We'll just push that around a bit. It won't move. Okay, let's go like that. Okay, second shim is still in. Alright, push that in more. Okay, try and pull the shim back through. This will be fun. So just when you think you've got no gutting disaster on this, something comes up that makes it so. We're dropping pins now. Okay, someone fell out my hand. Let's pop you back in there. Stay there. Let's try and get this shimmer through. Wiggle it and jiggle it. It's a little wiggling and jiggling. Almost had this video under 10 minutes. Almost. Okay. Let's keep trying. We can always get back out now that we've got that covered and attempt to do that again properly. Now that is completely dropped. Why not? Alright, let's take that shim out. We are protected. Everyone's happy. Now let's put the core back. Make sure you keep your finger under there to keep that flush. So to work out where all the pins go, go by the key. So you've got some deep cuts there, high cut there, deep cuts there. So the deep cuts need the really tall ones. So we start off with them. That one seems to be okay. That one, no. That one, yep. And this one, nope. There's this one, yep. This one, yep. And so the last one must go in there. Okay, cable work. Let's try and put it back in again. Okay, shim. Shim it. Just shim. Remember, your shim is going to get stuck on that pin, so wiggle it. This is why we like it coming from this way, so we can get that shim past the pin. Alright, it doesn't want to. You can see the pin there. It's the one we want to get under. Okay, we are under it. Alright, let's go again. That hole and stuff well protected. Oh boy. Well protected, everyone. And this again. Cover those holes with that shim. Hold that shim so you don't lose it again. Push it in slowly. Oh, it's alright. Push it in. Pull the shim out. Take the core. Okay, core is locked. Let's put the C-clip on. C-clip, there's a little nib there. It has to go in that little hole there. Right there. There's another little hole where things can fall in when you're gutting. So put your little cap on, move it around where it needs to be. So remember, if you've got a pointy tool and you're holding your thing and you're going that way with your pointy tool, if you slip, you're going to go through your finger. So make sure you've always got an exit. So if you slip on anything, it just goes over the top again. It doesn't want to cooperate. That's always the C-clip. See? Right. Just did what I told you not to do. So, do what I say, not what I do. Okay. Use the proper tool for the job. Come on, move around. There we go, it's just clipped in, so everything is now smooth. We are at the 15-minute mark. Alright, so I will quickly show you. There's that pin, grabbing that hole, the retaining pin. Quickly show you how to put this back together. Okay, you got a big end, little end. Okay, big end, little end. Alright, so you know that your shackle has to go that way in. This end of the shackle gets held in, so let's put the balls in. One ball in, two ball in, shake them all about, push them into location. Okay, there they are. Your balls won't stay in place. Put a little bit of petroleum jelly or spit, anything sticky, really. So that is where the hole is, where that pin sits in the plastic body. So this needs to go, it's the big side, is where that ball goes in when it gets released from the shackle. So we'll pop that in that side. Even though we are in the lock position, but we will turn it so that we are in the correct orientation. Okay, so pull back on the shackle a little bit so you can get it to hold. So that is being held there by the other ball, and that is open. So let's pop this in, pop that pin down. Pop that in, give it a wiggle, it will sit. Okay, now this will only lock up if it is closed, so you have to close it to test it. That's why there's so much movement, is because you've got all those pins and things holding things in. Well, there you go. That's the Brady Compact little beastie. A very nice lockout, tag out lock. Does try to say Avis on the keyway with the bit of imagination. Well, gutting disasters, they're recoverable. You may need some extra parts, you may need a lot of patience and time, you might shed some blood, but you will get your lock back. Thanks for watching. Anyone can join Loto Lock Tuesday, hashtag it Loto Lock Tuesday, so we can all find your videos in this series. I'll gather them up, whack them in a playlist so they are even easier to find. The Sadistic Picker is my co-host for this year's series, so go on over and check them out. They are an excellent lockout tagout lock picker. Link in the description below. Thanks for watching, everyone. Stay legal. Temptation is everywhere.